Have you ever looked at a career path like business advisory and just wondered, how do you even get there? What does that journey actually look like? From being a fresh graduate to becoming a consultant that companies rely on? Well, today that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to break down that entire path using a real job posting as our guide. Okay, let's get into it.
Right, this is the big question, isn't it? It can seem like this huge, mysterious ladder to climb. But here's the thing, the blueprint for how to do it is often hiding in plain sight. We're about to pull back the curtain and show you that step-by-step progression.
So first things first, what are we even talking about? What is business advisory? This definition really nails it. It's so much more than just crunching numbers. It's all about becoming a true strategic partner for a business, helping them navigate their most important decisions around growth, money, and, well, their future value.
And who are these partners you're working with? Yeah, we're talking about some serious, high-stakes clients. You've got entrepreneurs trying to bring a huge vision to life, family offices that are managing generations of wealth, and asset managers who are handling massive investment portfolios. The work you do has a real, direct impact on some major decisions.
Okay, so where does a journey like this begin? Well, like any ladder, it starts at the very first rung. Let's take a look at that entry-level spot, the analyst. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because look how accessible this is. The experience required, 0 to 1 year. This role is literally built for recent grads. But don't let that fool you. Look at the key skills: valuations, financial modeling, pitch decks. This is no fluff stuff. We're talking about a technical boot camp from day one.
And that's the bottom line right there. Your first year or so is all about building your toolkit. You are there to get your hands dirty and absolutely master the fundamental technical skills that this entire career is built upon. This is your foundation.
So once you've laid that foundation and you've really proven you know your stuff, well, it's time to level up. Let's move on to the next stage and see how that analyst role evolves into a senior analyst.
All right, so the picture gets a little more detailed here. If you're coming in with an undergraduate degree, you're now looking at 1 to 2 years of experience. But check this out, a new path just opened up. If you have a postgraduate degree, like an MBA in Finance, you can jump in at this level, sometimes with less than a year of experience. The core skills are still there, but notice that new kid on the block. KPI benchmarking, that's a big one.
This slide really lays out the jump pretty clearly. Your experience requirement goes up, and you can see how an MBA can really act as an accelerator. But honestly, the most important change is that subtle shift in language. You go from just analyzing KPIs to benchmarking them. It's a different way of thinking.
So what does that actually mean? It means you're not just looking at the numbers in a vacuum anymore. Now, you're comparing them. You're stacking them up against competitors, against the industry, against the entire market. You're starting to ask the bigger question, okay, we have this data, but is it any good? You're developing that crucial comparative perspective.
And after you've sharpened those skills and really developed that eye for comparison, you're ready for the final leap. This is where all that technical groundwork really transforms into high-level guidance. Welcome to the strategic view, the consultant.
Whoa, okay, look at the jump in experience here. We're now talking 2+ years for postgrads and a hefty 4+ years for undergrads. This is a huge step up. And check out the key skills: corporate strategy, due diligence. The whole conversation has changed.
This right here, this is the most critical transformation in the whole career path. The analyst roles are all about building the engine. The financial models, the valuations. The consultant's job, it's to actually drive the car. You're using all those tools to give advice on corporate strategy, to run due diligence for massive deals. You've officially moved from the how to the why and the what if.
So let's zoom out for a second and put all these pieces together. What we've just done is pull a clear, actionable career blueprint straight out of a real-world job posting. Pretty cool, right?
It really is like a 3-stage rocket. Step 1, as an analyst, you build the machine. You master all the tools. Step 2, as a senior analyst, you refine it. You deepen that expertise, and you learn how to put things in context. And then step 3, as a consultant, you launch, applying everything you've learned to shape real-world strategy. And what's the rocket fuel that powers you through every single one of those stages? It's these 3 things: valuations, financial modeling, and just sharp research and analysis. These aren't just things that get your foot in the door as an analyst. They're the non-negotiable skills you have to keep sharpening all the way to consultant.
So, what's the destination? Why go on this journey? Well, it's this right here. The end game is to be the person leading those massive, critical projects. To be that trusted advisor whose insights help guide companies across all kinds of different industries. That's the kind of impact we're talking about.
So, there you have it. The map is surprisingly clear, the progression makes a lot of sense, and the skills you need are laid out right in front of you. We've just deconstructed the entire path from graduate to consultant. So, the only real question left is, what's your first step going to be?